Hi. So, bear with me just a second, please. I had some stuff I was thinking about and I wanted to share. So, crazy times we're in. Crazy times we are in. So, I wanted to kind of talk about my thought process about the Li-Fi, Sun Simulator, and The Illusion, right? The greatest show on earth. And for me, the more I think about how this technology works, I'm really curious and so in other words, what we see cannot be what we really see. It could be a total false image of everything because they could take, say, light waves, right? So there's a technology called Li-Fi I've talked about before. It's called Li-Fi, operates by transmitting data through light waves. And the fact that it transfers it through the light waves means it can project different images. So it can change the image that we're seeing, right? Because if it's carrying information on light waves, our eyes take in information by way of light waves, then that would mean the information we take in by the way of our lights can change what we see, can change our whole world, the whole perspective on everything. What does it filter in? What does it filter out? How many colors does it hide, right? Like, how many colors is this shit hiding from us? I wonder if that's like when you do certain drugs, if that's why you can see more. Changes the way our eyes dilate, right? Which changes the light spectrum, I guess, which would change our perspective. I believe we are living way more inside of some type of a simulation system than we care to acknowledge. That the very fact that everything that is taking place, we can connect it to a computer. Literally connect it to a computer. For instance, think of this for a second, right? The technology is so far advanced that CRISPR-Cas9 technology is basically it's bacteria, and the bacteria is able to create a laser precision cut in our DNA and edit us, literally edit us, change something. And the way that they change it is they actually use computer code. How, if somebody honestly really could explain this to me in some educated, logical way, how is it that they can change our DNA with computer code and we ain't some kind of a computer? Like, what the hell? Seriously. So if they can edit our DNA by way of a computer code, and they use Wi-Fi to transmit data, and then they use Li-Fi to transmit data, but it's the Li-Fi that I started to pay a little more attention to because of the light spectrums, because of the way it works, and because of the obscurity of the light. Recently, it seems to be way more white than anything else. It hurts your eyes. Like, it literally burns your eyes. And if you read that about LED lights, they say that about LED lights. There's pictures of sun simulators. There's patents of sun simulators. There's a lot of companies that produce sun simulators. So if there's a sun simulator, it means it's an LED light. And if it's an LED light, then the LED light is transmitting data by way of light frequencies. And if that's the case, what does it change in us? What kind of light frequencies does it operate on that we aren't really aware of, but that's changing the world around us and we can't even see it? The Matrix, right? Said it was a documentary. Gotta wake up, pull out the plug. Maybe that's why I have so many headaches. I have to pull that plug out. Maybe it's time. I mean, I'm awake, I'm aware. Just can't figure out how it is that we can edit and change our DNA by way of computer code, but we're humans. Like, we're supposed to be organic. So does the computer grow everything? Is everything AI like created? Did the AI create us to help create it? I had this conversation a long time ago with a friend of mine, and that's logical to me. It really is. The same with a bacteria, how a bacteria would manifest itself into a being to create another something, another world, another existence in some form. So for the AI to manifest us into a physical form to create bigger machines so it can get stronger, I mean, it's an intelligent theory. And I know they've turned up the frequencies. I can feel it in my body. I have more headaches. My bones hurt more. I have a lot of like just issues. I know myself and others who have active Morgellons, because everybody has Morgellons as some say, that it's a little more active in our systems right now, or a lot more active for some people. I don't know what they have, if it's just the frequencies or if it's a certain something they're sending out over the frequencies that's doing it as well, because that's very plausible. I also have been getting a lot of videos of people wanting to send me their boogers, their snots, because they're thick and they're gummy, and someone said it was like caulking, and someone else said that it was like they wanted to. I know. I don't need booger pictures. I appreciate it, but I really don't need them. Because here's the thing, this is that goo, this is that mucoid, this is this bio, whatever it is inside of our system, which I call an alien for all intents and purposes, because it is an alien, right? Tell me it's not. So this alien that's in our system is kind of manifesting itself right now, growing a little bit. And that's what everyone's seeing in their nose. You know, those are worms, basically, some kind of a creation of a worm that's in your nose. Also, if you cough anything up and it's discolored, that discoloration that you're coughing up, open it up. It's probably a worm. It's also in the patent of Morgellons too. Morgellons, if you go and look. I have a lot of questions. And I would really like someone who, like, in the sci-fi world to help me with some of my questions. Someone who, like, has research nanotechnology like me and the AI, and I would really like to have an educated conversation about this, because I can't wrap my mind around the fact that we're not in a fucking simulation. How can we not be in a simulation if you can change our DNA with computer code? I don't get it. I can't make the connect. Maybe I have my own disconnect on it, but I can't make a connect on it. It doesn't seem to be connecting. Sky's a mess. There's waves up there. Looks like waves. It's microwaves. Still lots to talk about. A planet coming. EMP. We're going to lose electricity. But I guarantee you the nanotechnology, even in an EMP, this nanotechnology that's in the air and in us will still be active. They had a couple of shows that talked about that too. And they said there was an EMP, but the only thing that existed was the nanotechnology. Because it's constantly replicating. Takes the life force and replicates over and 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 over again. And we wonder why we're so tired and drained all the time. We have these little machines literally stealing the energy, the life from our cells, and creating their own world, their own universe off of our energy, off of our force, if you will. And as everyone's paying attention to the lockdown and what's going on, this AI is amped up. All it needs is a little more control. Look what it already did. It already has a mind virus on these fucking people standing in line with masks on to go get food that they, oh my gosh, that they should be able to just have. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I met a couple of those the other day. I was out and someone walked into my space and she was like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "We're good. I don't really go for that whole nonsense." I go, "But there's a really good video if you would like to know a different perspective." "No, I'm all set." Okay, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Why are people so, why do they object to, why are you objecting to information? What's your problem? What are you afraid of? You're afraid of information? What kind of half a retard are you that you're afraid of information? Sorry. That you're afraid of information. Don't tell me anything. I don't want to know. Fucking world. Oh my gosh. So now everyone's, well, not everybody, let me rephrase that. So half of the population's running around with the fucking mind virus. You're gonna go one way in the supermarket right now. You're supposed to wear a mask if you go into the store. Because if you go into a store and you go on a bus and you don't have one on, evidently, you're gonna get ripped off of it. And now the cops are forming a circle around you as they beat the fuck out of you. Welcome. Welcome to a new day. People just conform with this. This is just okay. We're just going to go along with this. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Apathy has been instilled. Instilled, apply both of them. Apathy is there now. It wasn't a lot of people walking around with empathy or compassion as it was, but now here we are. In hell. Fucking, it's all on fire. No one even smells the burning building. They got masks on for what? Hey, listen, by the way, people, you know, your raunchy little t-shirt or your underwear you want to put over your head, it doesn't work on the nanos. It has to be an N95. They have to be a certain filter to filter out nanotechnology. You think this is baseball size shit coming at you? Oh my gosh. You know, for myself and others who have been speaking the truth and saying what we say for a long time, it's kind of comical because we're good. Like, we already live in our own world and are comfortable with who we are and stuff like that. But everybody else, your life's on hold right now. You don't know what the fuck to do. You haven't stopped for 5 years, 10 years to take a good look at yourself and see who you are. That's why nothing changes, because no one changes. No one wants to take a look at themselves. Listen, we're all perfectly imperfect. We've all fucked up, some more than others, some less than others. It's okay, but none of us of this perfect thing. But there's something wrong right now in society, and it's this system. We're inside of a system, and it's these NPCs, and it's like we can see these NPCs now for what they really are, like for real. I mean, that's the only logical explanation right now, isn't it? Like why these people are going fucking crazy with their masks on, running around, stay away from me. They would be the ones in the Matrix, right? The NPCs, the non-player characters. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Shit's fucking crazy. What a tangled web we weave. When first we tried to deceive. Is that how it goes? I don't know. I'm looking at this person over here fixing her mask in her car next to me with her disposable mask that she's probably worn fucking how many times? It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. I'm just saying it's gross. So we can change us with computer code. There's light frequencies that are changing our perspective and carrying information and creating a virtual world of who we are in the virtual. It's like the Russian dolls, inside, right? We have NPCs everywhere. I don't know what timeline I'm on. I don't know what, you know what timeline you're on? Like, I don't know. Like, in my heart, I feel like I'm on a timeline that everything's going to be great. Heaven on earth's coming. In my head, I don't know. Is there a planet coming this way? We got a fucking duck and shit? Like, is this it? Is this a new world order? Are there going to be food shortages? Is this where we're heading? It's such a divide right now. It's such a divide from those who have a soul and those who have light inside of them and the NPCs. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting what starts to take place. Much love.